Good, tough win. All around, I think, good team effort. It's one of those games, of course, cliche, you got to finish the game, but this is one of those games where you have to finish the game, especially when they have 5 perimeter guys out there making plays, attacking the rim. And I thought Jeremiah, this is his best game, in my opinion, when a team goes small and moving his feet, guarding smaller guys. I thought Anderson came in, gave him big minutes. Jeremiah did a great job posting, keeping balls alive, rebounding, making the next play. So, and then also happy to see Mark shooting the ball well. But he was ready to shoot before. As soon as the ball was coming, he was ready to shoot the ball. And so that was good.
All right, we'll go to questions. Joel?
Hey, Coach. This is Mark Smith's second game in double figures since the 4th game of the season, and his best game since non-conference play. What went into, his confidence today, and did you tell him anything different before the game?
Not at all. I don't think his confidence has gone anywhere, even in previous games. One, it's our job to get him in position to score the ball. But more importantly, it's his job to be shot ready when it presents itself, because as a really good shooter, you're not going to get always clean looks, but you have to be ready to shoot the ball. And he was ready to shoot the ball tonight. And I thought he was ready to shoot it the last game. It just didn't go in, but he was ready to shoot it tonight. And again, like we talk about all the time, ready to shoot, then you attack off the dribble when it presents itself. But don't have in your mind preconceive what you do before the ball gets to you. If you're open, shoot the ball. And he did that.
Sorry, Coach. As a follow-up, sorry if you don't mind. Kind of play where he hit after that first three, and he curled off the high screen and pulled a moving three. Did you draw that up? Do you give him that kind of green light or what?
Oh, you got the green lights at 3-point. All of them got the green light to do what they do. I mean, if you do it in practice, you have the green light to do it in the game.
Ben Arnett?
Cuonzo, your team playing with the lead tonight. I mean, obviously you jumped out to a lead, and every time Carolina, knowing that they were going to make runs, you're able to repel them. What did you see from your team in those moments where they were able to constantly keep the Gamecocks at bay all night, play with the lead?
Just being strong, because they're a team that they have really good drivers. I mean, you're talking about 2 high-level scorers in Lawson and Cuonzo, and I thought our guards did a tremendous job. Of course, you have one-on-one assignments, but it's also team help. So another guy might get a shot here and there, but you don't want those 2 guys to get off. But we didn't do a very good job with Brian and Mania keeping those guys off the glass as 4 men. But other than that, I thought we did a great job as a team. But again, they'll drive, they'll make plays, they keep balls alive with their offense. I thought we did a good job with our transition defense, and we were better in the second half.
Dave Matter?
Cuonzo, I know you never take Jeremiah's production for granted, but is he at the point now where you expect this every night? Is he that reliable?
I hope so. I think, like some guys, the opponent is the competition. I think Jeremiah's opponent is Jeremiah. And I say that with all due respect and grace. It's just a matter of him understanding who he is as a player, his talent level, his physicality. And then the other part is the wisdom over a course of, almost 4 years now completed. And the bumps in the road, the journey in which, the pain, the struggles, the ups and downs, the highs and lows, he's learned from those lessons, and he's grown from them. He embraced it, and sometimes you don't want to look in the mirror at some of those things to help you get better. But he's embraced that. Now you're starting to see the results of a talented big man.
Mitchell Forty?
Cuonzo, you mentioned the transition defense. Did you all kind of beat South Carolina in the game as far as getting running that was kind of available? I guess, is that, how different is it this season having a team that's comfortable, I guess, kind of running with a faster opponent and being able to take advantage of those opportunities?
Mitch, part of you cut off. You said is that, and I couldn't hear the rest.
Sorry. I guess, you all were able to get out and run even, with South Carolina or more so than them. How different is it, I guess, having a team that not only are you comfortable with them doing that, but they're able to execute on those opportunities?
Oh, it's good. I mean, but, that's something we've practiced when we started in September, just trying to get out in transition, take advantage of easy opportunities. It's crazy when I watch, like if I go back and watch film of when we played last year of opponents. Just kind of see if you can catch some or see some. And we play so slow. It's like, man, why that looks, man. It's like, why did I coach that? You know, just because I wouldn't want to watch that now. I hope no fans heard that, but no, it's just, it's just you want to get up and down and play. You want to have some excitement, and the key is you have to continue to grow in that role and how you play that way, that pace you play. But you got to still be tough defensively to get stops. And you got to try to play on both ends and play hard. Now, might not hold teams of 50 points and all that, but you got to still be tough and do the things you need to do to win the game. But I like playing this way. I want our guys to get out and transition. We got to continue to cut down the careless turnovers. But I like the way we play.
Zawuchi?
Cuonzo, obviously, we see the points with Jeremiah and the rebounds, but are there just small parts of this game that he's still just kind of improving that you kind of see from day to day, game to game?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you watch him, versus the double. It used to be, 3 straight years, somebody double him. The first thing he dribbles out and away from the rim to avoid the double. Now you see him, he put his chest toward the rim, and he's aggressive and he's strong with the ball. And that's hard to guard. I mean, and he's a good free throw shooter. So you making free throws, you're scoring around the rim. Now you other guys have opportunities to get offensive rebounds, to get clean looks from three. And I've always envisioned our team to be able to throw the ball inside to him, to play off of him. So now guys can get clean threes. We don't have to force three-point shots because of the way teams defend him.
Colin?
Hey, Cuonzo, do you have an update on X for us?
I think he's fine right now, but I hadn't talked to the doctors. I'm assuming he's fine. He finished the game, so that's all I have right now.
Eric Blunt?
Cuonzo, you said on Saturday that it was Kobe Brown's best game of his time in Columbia. Was tonight more of the same?
After tonight?
Was tonight kind of a replicate performance from what you saw on Saturday?
I thought he could have been better defensively, meaning, keeping Manai and Brian off the glass. I thought he could have been better there, because he had a tough assignment keeping Miller off the glass against A&M, which is a tough. And so I thought he could have been a little bit better. I mean, he's a talented player, yes, but it's still work to do.
Ben Hockman?
Hey, Cuonzo, I know tonight's game is on the brain, but when you look forward to Tennessee, how can this new, if you will, next level Jeremiah play better or differently against Tennessee than the previous game?
Well, I mean, Tennessee's a talented team. I think they had a tough loss tonight at Florida, but they're a talented team. Again, like I said, Jeremiah's opponent is Jeremiah because he's physically strong. If it's one-on-one down the post, I mean, it'd be tough for most teams. It's just he's making good decisions. He's sound with the ball. He's reading the double team. He's finding open men. He's rebounding at a high level. That's a hard matchup for any guy one-on-one. So that means you have to have multiple guys to help you, and that's where we have to do a better job of offensive rebounding. Kobe, Mitch, Javon, those guys, if they have two around Jeremiah hovering, those guys have to do their job and get offensive rebounds.
Dave Matter?
Cuonzo, was a fast start critical tonight? I mean, the way that South Carolina's been through a lot lately, they played a late game Saturday on the road, and was that important for you?
I heard you say South Carolina road was that important.
Just everything they've been through lately, and they coming off a tough road loss Saturday night. Just was a hot start, a good start, really critical for you.
Oh, without question. Get up and down the floor, make plays, get to the rim, put pressure on them, because the way they play, if you go east and west, it'll be a long night for you. You got to attack downhill against these guys because they're so physical. They switch out high. They have you passive. You got to get downhill and force the referee to make calls. If not, it'll be a long night for you.
Mitchell?
I think this was the most we've seen of Drew Buggs, at least since conference play started. What did you think of what he was able to give you tonight?
Thought he did a good job directing traffic as usual. I mean, I thought he did. Facilitated, got the ball where it needed to go, was strong with the ball, did a solid job defending, just as a leader. And I thought he did a good job playing within himself and playing his role.
Colin?
Hey, Cuonzo, you mentioned Minaya and AJ a little bit, but just what did you guys do so well defensively with them tonight? They were both averaging double figures coming into the game, and they combined for 11.
Again, you have one-on-one assignments, but more than that, it's a team defense. When those guys have the ball, you have to have all eyes on those guys to make tough plays, tough decisions, to make them take tough pull-ups, pitch the ball to other guys. But you don't want those guys getting clean looks. And I thought Lawson had 2 clean looks in the first half from 3. Just didn't go in. But in the second half, I thought we did a great job of just staying on top of them, making them take back cuts, kind of corralling them into Jeremiah or Mitch if they're at the center position. And then Cuonzo is a guy that makes plays off the dribbling, and he did some of it late within the last 2 or 3 minutes. And just chest to chest, keep him in front of you, make him take tough shots.
We got time for 2 more. Mason and Corte will be our last 2 questions. Mason?
Hey, Coach. So there have been a couple of games this season where you've had really big runs early. How do those fast starts sort of change the flow of the game?
I think you said we had a fast start. How does it change the flow of the game? I think it's helpful. It gives you confidence. You make shots. And for some reason, sometimes when you're making shots like that, your defense looks good. So I think it's helpful.
And the last question for Cuonzo comes to Corte.
Hey, Coach. So the Gamecocks grabbed 20 offensive rebounds tonight. The team played great,
Man.
but what does that statistic indicate to you?
Plenty of work to do. I saw it up close. Just plenty. We got to put. And again, it's just they had tremendous effort, and that's what they do. And the thing with them, you're talking about, especially the main 2 guys, 6'6" athletes. It's not like they, 6'10", 250 pounds. They were relentless, keeping balls high. And Brian is at his size, one of the best I've seen at slashing and getting offensive rebounds. But we have to be better. We have to be better.
Coach, congratulations. We'll let you go.
Thank you.
And we got Jeremiah.